organizational and corporate cultures, which means the way we do the things around here. Different companies have different cultures. For example, the culture of a steel company will be different to that of a nursing home. Power culture. It's concentrating power among a few people. Power is concentrated at the center of the organization. Decisions can be made swiftly as so few people are involved in making them. Handy uses the analogy of a spider's web. The spider at the center of the web has all the power and the web has little purpose without the spider. The spider at the center of the web has all the power and the web has little purpose without the spider. Role culture means that each member of staff has a clearly defined job title and role. The image of substantial building represents this form of culture, solid and dependable but not going anywhere fast. Task culture. It's based on cooperation and teamwork. Handy uses the image of an ant to represent task culture. The ant's strength is derived from the many strands. Person culture is when individuals are given the freedom to express themselves and make decisions. There is no emphasis on teamwork as each individual is focused on their own tasks and projects. Handy depicts this type of culture as a constellation of stars. Each person is different from everyone else and they operate alone. Entrepreneurial culture encourages management and workers to take risks, to come up with new ideas, and test out new business ventures. This influences how staff act. What we do and how we behave is determined by our culture. Influences on organizational culture. Senior management may influence the culture of the organization through mission and vision statements. This informs staff about what the business is trying to achieve. The appointment of senior staff, they are likely to share the same values, attitudes, and beliefs as the directors of the business. Organizational ethical code of conduct. This lists the do's and don'ts that must be observed by staff when dealing with external stakeholders. Strategies on social and environmental issues. This will provide a clear guide to the organization's social and environmental values and beliefs. Sometimes the existing culture of business can become inappropriate. For example, a traditional family firm which has favored members of the family for promotion into senior posts converts to a public limited company. New investors demand more transparency and recognition of natural talent from recruited employees. A different leadership style may lead to a clash with the existing culture of the business, hence the need to change existing values and beliefs. A recently privatized business needs to become more profit-oriented and better for customers. Merger or takeover should result in one of the businesses adapting culture of other. For example, Mercedes and Chrysler, that led to culture clash between management teams. Or declining profits and market share, which can lead to poorly motivated staff, plus lack of interest in quality and customer service. Changing organizational culture. The process could take several years, which means changing the way people think and react to problem situations. It can also involve substantial change of personnel, job descriptions, or communication methods and working practices. Here are some key elements in effective cultural change. Concentrate on the positive aspects of the business and how it currently operates and enlarge on this. This will be much easier and more popular with staff than focusing on and trying to change negative aspects. Obtain the full commitment of people at the top of business and all key personnel. If they cannot or will not change, it might be easier to replace them altogether. Unless the key personnel model the behavior they expect to see in others, change will be difficult to achieve. Establish new objective and a mission statement that accurately reflect the new values and attitudes that are to be adopted. This also needs to be communicated to all staff. Encourage bottom-up participation of workers when defining existing problems or when devising new solutions. The biggest mistake could be to try to impose a new culture on workers without explaining the need for change or without giving them the opportunity to propose alternative ways of working. Train staff in new procedures and new ways of working to reflect the changed value system of the business. If people believe in the change and understand the benefits of it, then it will become more acceptable to them. Change the staff reward system to avoid rewarding success in the old ways and ensure that appropriate behavior that should be encouraged receives recognition. Evaluating organizational culture. The following examples reinforce the importance of organizational culture. The values of a business establish the norms of behavior of. For example, is it acceptable in this organization to offer bribes to attract large contracts, as long as we are not found out?
Thank you. If you don't want to give me one, though, don't get me.
After eating, if you don't want to give me one.
No, seriously.
Culture determines the way in which company managers and workers treat each other. For example, if the chief is open and receptive to new ideas and proposals from senior managers, then this approach is likely to filter through the whole organization to its potential long-term benefit. No!
Kazakhstan. Isn't that Russia? Isn't Germany and France are not Germany? What the fuck? I told you. What? I told you. Yeah, it's the same as you said. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
A distinctive organizational culture can support a business brand image and relationships with customers. For example, the Body Shop almost invented the ethical trading culture. Will this approach to business now change after its takeover by L'Oreal? What did you say about makeup?
Oh my god, Jamaica.
Oh!
Jesus Christ. It's just Laura.
Culture determines not just how decisions are made, with the participation of staff or by top managers alone, but also the type of strategic decisions that are taken. For example, the culture of the UK National Health Service in target setting and giving rewards for meeting short waiting times within accident and emergency departments is, it's claimed, encouraging hospital managers to decide to leave patients in ambulances for up to 2 hours. How different would it be if doctors were actually taking these decisions? Hence, organizational culture has been clearly linked to the economic performance and long-term success of organizations. For example, Toyota is the prime example of success based on this principle. This is the example of power culture. This is the king, because he was the only one who could make decisions. This is the huge bank, the Bank of America, which is the example for role culture. The insurance company can also be the example for role culture. Some technological companies is the example for task culture. The Better Sales Chamber is the example of personal culture.